Hello, welcome. How are you all? Who's here? Let's see. Who's here first? Diane, welcome. Hello, and T. Witten, welcome. Good morning, Angela. Hello, good morning to you, Donna. Thanks for coming by. And Bernadette, always nice to see you, sis. Blessings to you in New York. Victoria Green, good morning. Leave the door open, Victoria, for anyone coming in. And if you're joining from Facebook, thank you. I'll come over and check you out. Phyllis is driving, okay? We don't want to have her do too much, okay, Phyllis? Thank you for listening. I won't say watching, listening while you're driving. Okay, so listen up, everyone. If it weren't for CBD, I don't know. And all the blissy things that I do, because these are the moments that make me very okay? My version of angry, okay? Spoon. This is a spoon moment, okay? This is a double spoon moment. And I am calling all the Momma Bears, okay? I'm drinking my mud water. You know what it is. I don't want the GooTube people who always say, oh, you're trying to influence people's health. Well, okay. What do I know, right? I'm in my 50s and I'm not on any pharmaceuticals. So, wow, maybe I might know something. Just a little bit. But no, I'm having my mud water. If you could kind of see, it looks pretty muddy in there. Oops, I poured some. But you all know what it is. If you want to drop it in the chatmosphere, it's you, not me, saying it. But I put a little honey and a little bit of lemon, okay? That's right, Donna. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. We're underground, baby. We're underground, aren't we? We're the underground team. Okay, let me get my voice. Me. All right. Without further ado, I don't know if you are familiar with this issue, but I was watching Angela Stanton King, which I added her. If anybody knows Angela, I kind of know her auntie. I'm connected with Alvita. But if anybody, Alvita, if you're listening, please let Angela know that I'm very appreciative to her for bringing this to the forefront. Because Angela was on top of this story right away. So we have to give our sister like a a round of applause and appreciation because she is a warrior out here. If you're not familiar with Angela Stanton King, she is a warrior and she really fights for children. She is a mama bear, right? Christy, hey, Narcuna says, hey, Christy, thanks for joining. She says, this mama bear has to work, but I'll check this out in the replay. Okay, have a nice day at work, Christy. Thanks for checking in. And yes, catch the replay because there is a call to action. And so Angela Stanton King the other day had a live stream. She does hers in the morning if you ever want to check her out. I noticed that she does them early. So if you're up early and you want to check her out, I believe she's on the East Coast. So just adjust, your time to expect her live streams. So she talked about a new advertising campaign by the makers of the child's, it's a product for children called Capri Sun. Who is familiar with Capri Sun? Let me know. Capri Sun has an advertisement that I will show you. I don't want to tell you anything. I want to show you. And as we watch this together, I want you to tell me what you think about this. See if we're all in agreement. Hello, Mrs. Harris. Thank you for joining. And if you haven't liked the video, I'm going to ask you to like the video, right? And share the video. This is a share video moment, especially anyone that has children needs to be aware of these things that are going on because so many things are happening. I get it. It's a lot. But thank God there are people like Angela Stanton King who are out here with her ear to the ground. She is very, what do you want to say? She's a watch woman. So Mrs. Harris says, I'm familiar with Capri Sun. I don't care to give it to my kids, but they've had them before at other people's home. What's wrong with them? Okay, good question. Well, I'm going to let you see an advertisement. We're going to watch it together. All right. And I want you to tell me then what you're thinking. So before I do set that up, I want to thank anyone joining. Hey, Monkey Speaks. Haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for joining. And thank you all for joining as I'm doing a night reading of the Book of Enoch, which I'm going to read a passage today out of the Book of Enoch while we are together on this live stream. I think it would be very, very apropos. It would be very timely. So I will read a passage from the Book of Enoch. It's very applicable. Okay, I've had a run-in with Capri Sun, I'll say. If anyone that has been connected with me for a few years, which there are a few on social media that we have been connected, like truly connected, where we stay connected and engage with each other for over 10 years. So someone may remember I had an old YouTube channel. It was very small. It was really not anything that I was doing for views. I was doing it to practice public speaking, actually. So someone had challenged me. I was in a group of learning how to do marketing online and things like that, like a few years ago, like a blogging type of workshop kind of thing, gathering of people learning the online blogging. So this was years ago. Some of the people would still remember we were told to start a YouTube channel so that we could become easier in front of people and in front of a camera, because a camera is very hard to talk to. I'm always looking different places, You just don't know how you're coming across to people, and your different devices have cameras in other places. So, talking like this, it takes some practice. I always encourage you all to start these channels and get your voices out there. If I can do it, you can do it. But I had a channel, back to the story, I had a channel, and the person said, make a video every day for 30 days and you'll become a stronger public speaker. So that's what I was doing. And they said, just talk about anything, what you had for lunch, if you want to rant about anything. And you already know me, I had no problem, firing up my little camera phone and ranting about something. Okay. So I happened to be at a friend's home and I was taking care of her children. And my friend, she's not my friend at the time, which is unfortunate. It's all that, I can't be your friend because you're not a Democrat kind of stuff. So anyway, I've always been someone that wanted to be mindful about the things I eat. And I was like that with my daughter a little bit to an extreme. I've gone through extremes, but I was reading, I was making lunch for her children and I was reading the different things. And she, oh my gosh, she buys like Hot Pockets and horrible food. And I'm always, I was always preaching to her. I was like a food Nazi. And, she was like not trying to hear it somewhat. But, I was always like, blah, 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 blah. High fructose corn syrup is the devil, So here I am making lunch for her children. And I'm looking for the stuff she has. I get the Capri Suns and I read them. And the first ingredients were like water, high fructose corn syrup. Well, guess what? I dropped everything. I became so angry. I didn't have a spoon at the moment, but I said, are you freaking kidding me? They have on the package of this drink for children, they have all this fruit, but the first two ingredients are water and high fructose corn syrup. That made me so angry. So I fired up my thing. I did a rant, and I didn't care if anybody watched it. That wasn't the point, right? But I called out Capri Sun and I said, how dare you? Because I'm a nurse and I have seen the effects of high fructose corn syrup and all the sugar and hidden sugar in the diets. I've taken care of diabetics that should not be diabetic, okay? And I was that kind of nurse that I did not feel good about giving somebody a handful of pills in the morning before they've even had their breakfast. So, I have seen the effects of food on the population, on the health. People were not this sick when I came out of nursing school. Well, we did have the AIDS crisis, but I'm saying the average person was not as sick and broken down as they are now. So I had a rant video and I said something like, you better stop doing this to the children. And I looked right in the camera. One of my friends, I don't know if you're out there on Facebook listening to me, if you still listen to me, but you might remember this. If you do, put it in the comment section on Facebook and I'll see. If you remember, one of you told me that right after that video, Capri Sun started saying no high fructose corn syrup. Like they literally changed their ingredients and said they don't put it in the drinks anymore. So that's why I'm saying I have had a run-in with Capri Sun already. I'm not trying to say my rant video did anything, but it was weird that someone said, oh my God, I noticed, because she had children and she noticed things like that, all the high fructose corn syrup. So she was like, right after you did that, it seems like the timing was weird that they started pushing this no high fructose corn syrup. Well, let me tell you something, Capri Sun. I have my eye on you again, but this time I am doing a call to action. I'm not doing a video where I don't care about the views. I want you guys to get the views up. I want you to share this. Let's see the Mama Bears. If you know Mama Bears, where the Mama Bears that I met at a rally, I want you all to know about this too, because those Mama Bears, they fought and fought, and they fought against their school systems when they were masking the children. So the Mama Bears out in Iowa and all those Mama Bear groups, if you know Mama Bear groups, I want you to share this video, please, okay? So let me share, and I want you to watch what this company has been up to. Bear with me as I... Okay. Now, let me tell you, and you probably understand this to be the case with you. When I hear about things nowadays, I can't even believe it. It takes me a long time to believe it because I'm like, no, they didn't do that. Tell me this is not true. And I wait, and then I look into it and it's true. You really don't want it to be true. So I went to Capri Sun. Of course, I go and I'm looking at it from, okay, who are they? What are they? Where are they located? Their corporate, all that stuff, right? Well, it was true, like I said. Angela Stanton, I know I trust her, but still, even her sharing this story, I still didn't believe it. I couldn't just believe that people are this brazen and bold. So I went to Adweek, and Adweek had, this is a new campaign, everyone, by Capri Sun. And Adweek talked about it, so it's totally... Okay, this ad is brand new, so that's why it's very important that you share this. It just dropped this past week, so we have no excuse to act like we don't know. So they have a YouTube page, everyone, Capri Sun, and this ad is on their YouTube page. So we can't make this up. Nobody is acting like a tinfoil hat conspiracist, okay? This is what it is. So let me play the ad. Because I'm really mad. Okay, this is, I guess, the long form of the ad. Get ready, everyone. The person who said, "What's wrong with Capri Sun?" We're gonna all watch
I need
together.
something that checks all boxes.
Well, they are
High comfort,
monetized, so
high
Capri
quality,
Sun's
fashionable,
YouTube channel is
but still
monetized.
affordable.
Okay, shout out to them.
From the author of Beach of Desire and Beauty on the Beach comes a tasty new delight. But now that your kids have tuned out this steamy romance, we can tell you what this is really about.
Capri Sun.
Each glistening pouch of deliciousness now has on average 40% less sugar.
Leave the sugar to me.
But still the great taste kids love.
Delicious.
So why tell them? Shh. Capri Sun. Your kids will never know.
Okay. Should I play it again? Does anybody need another play? I think we should. Hey, sorry, super sly, bro. I'm about to play this craziness again. We would listen to you too, but we're looking at this.
From the author of Beach of Desire and Beauty on the Beach comes a tasty new delight. But now that your kids have tuned out this steamy romance, we can tell you what this is really about.
Capri Sun.
Each glistening pouch of deliciousness now has on average 40% less sugar.
Leave the sugar to me.
But still the great taste kids love.
Delicious.
So why tell them? Percent less sugar.
Leave the sugar to me.
But still the great taste kids love.
Delicious.
So why tell them? Capri Sun. Your kids will never know.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty then. How are we doing in the chatmosphere? Because I'm thinking that you are probably feeling the same way I'm feeling. Okay, so I'm not off the mark then. It's not me being a little too sensitive. Okay, let's talk about it. Does anybody want to tap in? Because I will let you have a link if you want to tap in. But what I do want to do is I want to get some real ideas about what we need to do about it, okay? We're not going to let this fly, are we? Mama Bears, where are you? It's time to rise up. This just happened. This is a new advertising campaign. So when someone asks me what's wrong with Capri Sun, this is what's wrong with Capri Sun, Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Harris says, not feeling it at all, right? Oh no, we're not feeling this. Hell to the no, no, no. This is not going to go down on my watch, okay? Y'all might have taken down my other YouTube channel that I had for years. And I did, listen, it's a different day. It's a new me. I'm using my YouTube channel different now. I want a call to action to go out to every mama bear. I don't care where you live on this flat earth. I need you to share what Capri Sun is doing to market to children. I don't care who you voted for, what you voted for. This can't be okay. And this has nothing to do with politics. Nothing at all to do with politics right now. That is where we are going to have to put down our weapons, and we're going to have to find some common ground, because this cannot keep going on. This cannot go on, Capri Sun. The high fructose corn syrup got me mad enough at you. But this right here, oh no, I don't play this. I almost want to throw this spoon into my effing computer. That's how mad I am. But I kind of need to keep the computer a little bit. Thank you. It was a gift. You know, listen, the technologies is sometimes not on my side, but I still fight another day. Oh, I will not be leaving until I'm ready to leave, until Josh says, come on, daughter. But right now, oh, daughters of Zion, it's time to rise and thresh. It's time to rise and thresh. So we need to find out. I'm going to read a passage from the book of Enoch too. I'm going to slow down, relax a minute. I want to see what you think about the ad. I don't think I need to play it again, do I? This is geared to children. If you can't take it, what do you think we're doing? This is going to be on all the television soon. Okay, breathe, Molly said. Okay, let me breathe. Woo, baby. My blood pressure, which it's never high, it has to be. I won't even say it. No, it's not. I need ideas, everybody. It can't just be, look, Angela, thank you for bringing this to our attention. Again, I thank you, sister. Now it's time for us to take this, not just get mad, but mobilized. We're going to get mobilized. Mama Bears, I'm calling you all because you know what? I know that the men, listen, men, you all, I appreciate you all. Right now, I'm talking to these sisters. I'm talking to these mama bears because you know what? They know that you're the ones that buy the groceries. Men are out there, if we're doing the traditional lawful stuff, the men are out there going to get, like, making it possible, right? For the groceries. If we're traditional. And you're supposed to be finding stuff that's safe for your family to consume. So that's you, Mama Bear. That's your domain, to read the labels and see that you're providing safe food for your children. That's why I'm talking to you. The men have enough. They can't be keeping up with the high fructose corn syrup. That's you, Mama Bear. That's you. That's us. We stop this. It's on our watch. Is it not? So what do you think should happen? What do you think we should do? Any ideas? Men, you could also provide ideas. You're welcome to the conversation, but I'm just letting you know that I am directly giving this call to action to the Mama Bears. But you know, our brothers, our men, we love you. It's not about no divisions here. But I'm just saying, let's talk about what makes sense. They market to women in the whole, what is it, Madison Avenue. They know women are making the decisions about the food that comes into the house. So let me read about the company. No, I want to read Adweek, okay? Adweek says about this. Now, this is dated September 21st by Samantha Nelson for Adweek. So it's titled, "Here's Why Capri Sun's Latest Campaign Looks Like a Steamy Romance Novel. Meet Juicio." The character in this ad is named Juicio. All right. I don't know who's getting these jobs anymore on Madison Avenue, but I have a feeling that this is the pronoun community. This is the Biden voting community. This is the you better get jabbed community. This is the I need a safety room because I need a cry closet. I eat a lot of soy in my food. What is it? What else is it, everybody? I bow down and put my fist up for Black Lives Matter community. This is all those people, okay? And let me tell you something. The ones making these decisions, you're not going to win the culture war anymore. And if you were siding with that kind of stuff, you need to repent and turn away from this. You cannot excuse this. There is no excuse for doing this. So Adweek continues. Meet Juicio, the unexpected face of the brand's reduced sugar product. Juicio is just a Trojan horse for the brand's message on its reduced sugar product. A number of countries around the world have sought to combat childhood obesity by making it illegal to market food and drinks to kids, which has led some to the biggest manufacturers in the U.S. to voluntarily change their strategy. Kraft Heinz, okay, make a note. Can someone put this in the chatmosphere? This is Kraft Heinz. Okay, Kraft Heinz. Can someone drop it in there? Kraft Heinz. Yeah. Can you imagine Monkey Speaks? They admitted that it was a Trojan horse. Yeah, very bold right now. So Kraft Heinz Capri Sun is instead targeting parents with a "your kids will never know" campaign. from Goodby, Silverstein, and Partners. So we need to put down Goodby, Silverstein, and Partners. So this must be the advertising campaign company. Thank you. Kraft Heinz. Let me put the name. Does somebody get the name of the ad company? Momma Bears, I need you guys to get mobilized, okay? This is the information, and we need to mobilize on it. So Kraft Heinz is the company here in the U.S. that distributes Capri Sun, okay? Now, the ad company again, can somebody put, no, I'll put it Goodby, Silverstein, and Partners. Let me see if I can remember that without going, I'm toggling back and forth. Okay, this is the ad company, Goodby, Silverstein, and Partners. Where's my ampersand? Ampersand. Does anybody know what an oh, it's over here. And Partners. Okay, so here you are. This is the advertising agency. So please make note of it for if you want to pass this on to your women's groups, your Sunday. I would hope church women would be interested in this. So Kraft Heinz, and let me put this up. Goodby, Silverstein, and Partners is the ad agency. Okay, I'll continue ad week. Okay, so the effort centers on a 30-second spot directed by the Giraffe Sisters via Residence. The video introduces Juicio, the sexy Fabio-esque protagonist of a new romance novel from Samantha Craven, the fictional author of alluring books like Beach of Desire and Beauty on the Beach. But his flowing hair, unbuttoned shirt, and tight pants are just meant to turn off kids so that the ad can reveal its real message, that Capri Sun now contains 40% less sugar. Leave the sugar to me, Juicio says, while suggestively squirting the pouch's contents into his mouth. While few would dare associate the steamy romance genre with a product for kids, Kraft Heinz Associate Director Samantha Mills, okay, everybody, new name, Samantha Mills. Let's put Samantha Mills in here. She is so it's always a woman. Look at that, I notice. It's a woman, so I won't say always, but the women are the Trojan horse for all of this. Do you see why this is a call to action? We women have to fight this. We have to say no. We have to raise a standard up and say, no, Samantha, I don't know what you think you're doing, but you must be crazy, Samantha Mills. You must be a degenerate, Samantha Mills. And I'm not going to say allegedly, it's my opinion that you're a degenerate. So write her name down, please, if you're taking notes. Samantha Mills thought this was a good idea. Okay, so again, Associate Director she is. Samantha Mills told Adweek that the campaign's ethos is meant to solely connect with parents, the real consumers driving the product's success and the ones to benefit from the work's hidden message regarding its healthier elements. So Samantha Mills is using an ethos for this campaign to connect to parents, which she identifies as the real consumers. So parents, she's letting you know that you really have the power. But she says you're driving this product's success, which I'm praying to Jah that you destroy this company, Kraft. Jah, I'm asking you to destroy this product's success. I pray that it goes down in the tanks and goes away from us into the great abyss. So she's saying that the success is tied to the parents, the real consumers, and the ones to benefit from the work's hidden message. Oh my God, I thought that was a conspiracy theory that they put hidden messages in advertisement. Oh, go figure. It's all being admitted on Adweek. We're not going to some conspiracy. Wait, let me just show the people what I'm reading. Let's just do it so you know this is not some QAnon conspiracy that was cooked up by President Trump. This is not, what else? What else do they say? This is not Russian disinformation. This is not, what else do they like to say? This is not, what else? What else do they like to say this is? That's why we can't politicize this. I don't care who you voted for. You can't think this is okay. So let me go to Adweek. Wow, you guys, I'm telling you. I you know, if you're not mad, you're not paying attention. I mean, that's what it is. Pardon me. So this is Adweek, like I said, where I got this from. So the receipts are here. I'm sorry I haven't acknowledged you in the chatmosphere, but I just want to get through this. Okay, so you see where it says the hidden message regarding its healthier elements. All right, so the craft of cringe. We explored a number of avenues to bring the concept of your kids will never know to life, and ultimately found that adult romance in any form is cringeworthy for kids, Mills told Adweek. That said, the romance novel was the perfect vehicle to appeal solely to parents in a clever and entertaining way. Wow, Samantha Mills, you really have a lot of you're overly confident, because this is not clever and this is not entertaining. But you are right, it is cringeworthy. You got that right, Samantha. And it is embarrassing. You're right about that. You and your whole ad agency should be embarrassed after today. We need to mobilize and make sure the embarrassment hits levels unknown. But I have a feeling she won't be embarrassed. I don't know. It's just something about these kind of people. I don't think they have the ability to be embarrassed, because the fact that this was approved in the first place shows me we have many levels of root cause analysis to go through. I don't know how this got approved. Okay, so it goes on to say that it's clever and entertaining, and it would make kids cringe with embarrassment. This route also allowed us to create a buzzy trope. A buzzy trope? Wow. It's the education system. She probably went to some like Harvard or University of Pennsylvania, Brown, she went to Princeton, somewhere like that, right? UCLA. I'm sure she has a stellar background. So she says this is a buzzy trope that would cue the emotion for our parent audience and let them in on the joke, while kids will never fully know. Oh, wow, Samantha, you're real smart to pull one over on the kids. You must be really intelligent to be able to pull it over on the kids and hide a message that the kids won't even see. Oh, that's so entertaining. Oh, that's so clever. This is from telling your kids that everybody is a star. I went to one of my daughter's one of her graduations where everybody got an award. Everybody got an award just for showing up. Everybody. It took hours to get through this graduation for the kids. Everybody does not get an award, but this is the generation now that has taken the helm of power of these advertising agencies. They are entertained. First of all, there's no more entertainment out there. They ruined Marvel. They ruined everything. There's no comedy anymore. Saturday Night Live is one of the most ghoulish embarrassments. I remember when Saturday Night Live used to be funny. Do you remember when Eddie Murphy doing like all his skits? Gumby. He did Buckwheat. They couldn't do that today. Buckwheat. Oh, Tay. Are you kidding? They couldn't do any of that stuff. When he was doing James Brown and Rubber Dub in the hot tub, he would put his foot in and scream and, do the dance. You would hurt someone's feelings. You can't do that anymore. Nobody is funny anymore. Look at what they did to what is Dave Chappelle. Now, I know you're going to start with the tinfoil hat. I know he doesn't look like the old Chappelle, but we're not going to take the discussion there, okay? But go ahead, bring all your conspiracy theories. They're always welcomed. But I'm just not going to engage in it right now, okay? Because I'm still angry and I'm getting through this thing right now. Okay, so the spot will be shared across online videos and social media via popular book talk accounts. It also features an audiobook series with 3-minute long episodes sharing the story of Melissa, a mom hiding the secret of the low sugar drink from her kids, while also having a summer fling with Juicio. Oh, really, Samantha? Look at how degenerate this woman's mind is. She has concocted a narrative of a woman named Melissa, a mom who's hiding secrets from her children and also having a summer fling with Juicio. Does a summer fling denote that maybe this is an affair that the mother's having with Juicio? Either way, if she's a single mom ready to mingle, she's a 304 because she's having a fling with Juicio. Okay, so the podcast delivers a 40% off coupon for Capri Sun. Of course, Melissa, you have to entice people to buy your crap product. Okay, so creating a character like Juicio is one of the most fun and ridiculous things we've ever done. You're right again, Samantha. It is ridiculous. And I'm sure you had fun creating it because my opinion is you are a degenerate. And you are what's called a reprobate. So GS&P Creative, Sam Carlson said in a statement, it was like plucking the model character right off the cover of a Harlequin romance, then having him seduce a Capri Sun. Okay, so Sam Carlson, you're another degenerate, in my opinion. And I'm not saying allegedly. It's my opinion. All of this is my opinion. So this is also telling me maybe I've been wrong about the people that are running this ad campaign. Because if the children don't know about Harlequin romances, the young people don't know. That is like a Gen X and baby boomer type of thing. Is it not, everyone, now that I'm thinking about this? So I don't see how the millennials would find any of this funny or even know about it. How would they resonate with this concept of a Harlequin romance and a character named Juicio having an affair with the mother and then with the product? So what is this called? Like, you know, the people that have sexual attractions to things, what is that called? By the way, this is not for children, okay? Yeah, none of my videos are for children. Do I need to say that? I hope you knew that. I don't put on the thing for children's. My videos are not for children. Okay? Yeah. So back to this concept. You know, these sick minds that think of this stuff, you know. Okay, so Samantha Nelson was the one that put this. She's a freelance writer for, she wrote this, not her fault. But back to the people that I really say, so Samantha Mills and so two Samanthas collaborated here. Okay, so Samantha Mills is the one that I'm looking at her with a side eye. Now let's look at what is this company? Who are they? Let me stop the screen. Are you still with me? Can you still hear me? How's it going out there? This is something, isn't it? What are you saying, Phyllis? I am 66 and I remember having friends who read the Harlequin crap. Yes. Harlequin, I don't think that's popular. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought that was okay, loud and clear. Thank you. I thought that was just something that was more of an old time. Not as popular. They have all these like witchy poo books now. If you've ever gone through Barnes and Noble, have you ever gone through the young people section of Barnes and Noble? It's completely witchy poo, you know, vampires, witch covens, and that's the stuff they market to young people, to teenagers and children. All kinds of mystical, witchcrafty, witchy poo. I call it witchy poo stuff. I was attracted to it to a degree, but they didn't have it so outright in your face. So I understand that they know how to entice children. I would like to get into the sun. I don't know. I'm in a lot of shade right now. I guess I'm being shady. But I was going to try to move myself to the sun. But maybe I'll do that. I'll be warmer. Hey there. You're traveling with me. I just need to be warm. Okay. That's better. But maybe not. Okay. We're still together here. I needed some sun rays. I was getting cold in the shade. I was being so shady. All right, so that's what I was going to do. I wanted to share my screen so that we can Look at the company that makes the Capri Sun. And have you all been dropping any ideas about what should be done? Please, I need ideas. This is a call to action. So I'm going to kick the wiki on this. Who is Capri Sun's, everything? Okay, it says Capri Sun in the United States and Capri Sun internationally is a German brand of juice concentrate drink owned by Capri Sun Group Holding in Germany, which is a privately held company of Hans Peter Wild. It was introduced in 1969 and named after the Italian island of Capri. Capri Sun has been distributed in the United States since 1981. Kraft Heinz is a licensed production partner for North America. In the Netherlands, France, the UK, Belgium, and Ireland, it is distributed by Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific Partners. So for our family in the Netherlands, France, UK, Belgium, and Ireland, this product is distributed by Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific Partners. And for you in North America, it is distributed through Kraft Heinz. So this is, let me go into, it is a privately held company in Germany, and Hans Peter Wild. Let's see who Hans Peter Wild is. So we might need to, some people, I don't know, do you know Hans Peter? Anybody? Who knows with the network we have? You could tell Hans Peter that he needs to get onto this. We're not playing this. Okay, so Hans Peter Wild. He was born June 16, I don't know what his sign is, 1941 in Heidelberg. Is a German-born Swiss entrepreneur and lawyer. Not surprised. Wild is the owner and chairman of the fruit juice manufacturer Capri Sun, based in Zug. Until 2014, he was the majority shareholder in the company Wild Flavors, one of the leading manufacturers of natural flavors for the food industry. Hans Peter Wild lives in Zug and is one of the richest people in Switzerland. So this is Hans Peter Wild. They say Dr. Wild. Is he Dr. Wild? Okay, he's a doctor, everyone. Dr. Wild. So if anybody knows Hans, can they let him know that we don't like what they are doing to the fruit drink, Hans? We need you to stop it, Hans. We need you to go tell Samantha to pull this ad. This is, how do you say in German? This is crap. This is trash, Hans. And since you are one of the richest people in, where do they say? He's one of the richest people in Switzerland. We need you to put your riches to good and tell them to stop with the children. We don't like it. We are Momma Bears, and we do not like advertising like this, Hans. So Momma Bears, I need ideas. Okay? What are we going to do about this? Anybody? Is this something that, am I making a big deal out of it? Do you think it's just, just okay. It's no biggie. What do you think? This is one of their manufacturing plants where they make the juice. So what do you think should be done? I hear that, Donna. I see that. Leave our children alone. Yeah. How do we get them to leave our children alone? How do we do it in action form? Write a letter or email the company and boycott. That is all I can think of. That's what Phyllis says. Now, I think that right there is very doable. This is very doable, and it can be done today. All right. Can I get everybody on this live stream to commit, if this is something you feel is bad, if you feel that this is worth taking some effort and energy to put some action behind our words of leave the children alone, how can we let this company know that this is not okay? Everyone down to the woman, Samantha, the ad company, I put it all on this live stream. Heinz Kraft or Kraft Heinz. Nowadays, you do not have to go out of your home to do things. Look at me. I'm building a business now. I'm now like one of those people. I can do it from a laptop. I can do it virtual with Zoom. I can meet with you. So if I can build a business now where I don't even have to leave my house, we can mobilize now without leaving our homes. And that is why I am doing a call to action, because this has to stop. This is not okay. And I believe that we need to mobilize in a way that we let people know, no matter what your politics are, this should not be okay with anybody. So if it is worthwhile to you and you are tired of seeing this kind of it's so, do something together as a community. Can we agree that we will put action behind what we're feeling about this? I mean, boycotts are fine. I don't know. I feel that, as they say, the pen is very mighty. The pen is your what? You have the ability to communicate electronically. So you can find out who these people are in terms of their company's emails. We can find out to get a communication through to these basic people that were named. Yeah, Susan even said that. Yes, Susan, because that's her YouTube channel. Hey, she says, hey, how about reporting it to YouTube? That's a good idea. Thank you. That's what I needed, ideas of what you think that had to come back to the shade, because I want to read from, I just want to one little passage from the book of Enoch. Whatever you feel led to do. Hey, Sheena. Thanks for joining, Sheena. It's very much time to put our love in action. That is the only way to action. I love how it even rhymes, Sheena. Thank you. That's right. And this is love in action, because we have to show that we love children. We love them enough to just get out of our comfort zone and do something like electronically. It's not even a lot. If you even want to share it, I don't know if you're a part of groups, especially mother groups. You can share it with friends and family, people you work with, whatever, your church. But if you are on YouTube, you can do what Susan said. Report it. Oh, by the way, wait a minute, Susan. That's a good point you just made. Let me show you something. When you go to their, I don't want to play the YouTube again because I know it was disgusting. Their views are turned off. Let's keep an eye out on this. Let me go back to their YouTube page. Yes, everyone, if you're just joining, Capri Sun has a YouTube page. All right, let me go back to that. I want to show you. I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't make a note when I played the video that this is, can you see the screen? Yeah, imagine that, right, Angela? So, okay, look at this channel. Okay, so Capri Sun has 8,600 and I guess 50,000, or I don't know how they do that, 8,000 subscribers. Okay, so this video that was played earlier, I played it 2 times. I'm not going to do that to you all again, but it has right now 2,100 views, and as you can see, the comments are turned off. Why is that? Why are the comments turned off? All right, so yeah, there you are. The comments are turned off. Beach of Desire. Look at that. So comments turned off. Yeah, vote down. You saw that I voted down. At least I did that. But I want to read something from the Book of Enoch. If you're following, I'm doing a live streaming the Book of Enoch. We're getting through it pretty well. I want to read something out of it before I close out this live stream. I am just asking us to write letters, emails into the company. I put the people's names. We can look into where to find their emails. Maybe I'll go ahead and do, if anybody wants to help me do some research on how to find everybody's emails of the people that I read off. And T. Witness saying even negative outrage brings them free advertisement. Yeah, that's the kind of sick and twisted world. You're right, T. Witten. Negative outrage marketing. They do that a lot to so-called black people, African American. They do a lot of that outrage stuff. The Kardashians, they engage in more outrage attention. I believe that they troll people, especially black women. They troll black women and they want to make them mad because they do a lot of what's called, it's the opinion of a lot of black women, black and melanated, I don't know what you are, women of color. So the Kardashians do things where they make women of color angry by doing, like, you know, calling the braids Bo Derek braids. Remember that? And they have the cornrows in their hair. Remember when Kim did that? And they know that they're making the black women or melanate, whatever you want to call. I call myself an American brunette. Okay, so I'm over that black stuff. I'm a brunette. Okay, so they, they do that to try to make the brunette people angry, and it ends up getting them, like T. Witten just put, like a negative. It's a negative feedback, and they like it. So you're right. It's a twisted upside down kind of thing, And not too long ago, the brand Gucci, I believe it was Gucci, one of those brands. I don't care about them anymore. Gucci, Poochie, whatever. But they had this turtleneck, and the turtleneck was like a cream color, and it was, you could fold it up over your face like a mask, and it had big lips, big red lips, and the skin tone was dark, like a black person, brunette. So when you pull it up, you could have like like, if you remember, like the tropes that they had, what is the mammy, like, the Aunt Jemima and all that stuff. Like back then they collected these statues and things. You know what I'm talking about, that mammy art. So what that was, or Sambo, all of these tropes that they had back then. So what they did was they used that same aesthetic on the, do you all remember that thing when it happened? I think it was Gucci, and you pull it up and you can have the lips. So, oh my goodness, this is right before the Black Lives Matter really got, cranking. Yeah, the lawn jockey, exactly, the lawn jockey. You all know what I'm talking about, because it's part of. I know who's behind that. Just know I've been putting some puzzle pieces together. So what they did by doing that is they got the outrage going. The black community was up in arms. How could you do this? But they continued to buy Gucci. Their sales probably went up. I don't know. But it's a weird thing, the outrage marketing. But in this case, we have a divine obligation as a people to let these people know that this is not okay with us. They need to hear from us. So you must, if this bothers you, we must do something, not just talk about it. We can't continue saying, leave the kids alone, when they just launched this advertisement campaign. This is fresh off of, like, not even a week long. So they need to know this needs to be scrapped. It wasn't a good idea. I don't know, like, again, how they go through the approval process, but they're letting me know that they don't have good intentions. They don't know. They don't. Pamela says, Jen, I wrote to all kinds of government officials to get help with the abuse of my elderly mother. Got no callbacks from any of them. Compliant department. Wait a minute. Compliant department have been ignoring us. Yeah, I am sorry to hear that. I can only imagine how hard it is to get anything done with governmental agencies. Yeah, but fighting and advocating, it is like it is ongoing in a system like this. You can't, we have to keep occupying. And I'm really sorry that you're going through all that. I know you must be fighting hard. And we pray that you have mercy and that you find an advocate, because there are good people that are inside of all of these places. You can find them and they will go out of their way. So Jah, he has people planted, his remnant, all throughout this system. So I pray that you will meet up with someone that will help you. In this case, this is a corporation, which I know at this point we're all like, it's all fascism, but the corporations, if we can let them know that we don't approve of this and do not support it in any way, but they need to hear, even though we know that people can ignore you, that doesn't mean that we don't get to just sit back. We can't. We just can't. So I want to read something from the book of Enoch. And I'm looking for that one passage. Okay. I found it. So this is from Enoch 10:27. The earth shall be cleansed from all corruption, from every crime, from all punishment, and from all suffering. Neither will I again send a deluge upon it from generation to generation forever. That's one of them. There's another one that I like even more. I read it recently. If you want to listen to the reading of the book of Enoch, I'm going through it and covering the entire, well, I'm going to stop at 106. But there's another one that I want to read because it talks about how all of this stuff is going to be dealt with, and it is being dealt with now. So we're watching, it's like they have nothing left but to pull out all the stops. And that's why it is so degenerate. And you can clearly see the agenda that they're going after children. And the thing about it, even animals will fight you to the death if you try to harm their children, their babies. Can you imagine anyone trying to approach a mama bear, a group of mama bears that have their baby cubs in the middle and they are encircling the baby cubs? Can you imagine any creature, any body trying to approach them? Now, if bears can protect their young and they're animals that we consider they don't have all of this civilization, if they can protect their babies, what does that say about you? What does that say about me? What does that say about us? And the thing that I've found a lot of times when these kind of things get brought forward is that apathy has set in. And a lot of times when I've been on jobs and these kind of like corrupting things are happening, when children are being harmed even, and you're talking to everybody, we're saying, yeah, we agree something needs to be done. I'm like, well, can we go to HR together and write letters? And then when it comes time to do it, everybody says, no, Jennifer, can I write mine anonymously? I'm like, no, I'm not going to take your letter to HR anonymously. And then, it turns into, I need my job, it's okay. And that's what keeps happening in our culture. It's only a few of us that are willing to be out on the battlefield. And I want to tell you all, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of fighting and looking all around and I don't see enough people. When it comes down to the action side of it, I've lost a job. I walked off because I wasn't going to put up with it. And those other nurses, they let me be the only one. I'll never forget that. I couldn't find one person to just say, no, we're not going to wear the mask for 12 hours. Not one nurse. It gets a little bit fatiguing. But you know what? I'm not complaining so anybody could feel sorry for me. I'm not complaining and saying, oh, I'm taking all my toys and leaving the sandbox. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that this needs to be a call to action. We have talked and talked and talked. We need to mobilize. The Momma Bears mobilized. We have them out there, but we need to do more of us. More of us. We can't be afraid to use our voice. It even says in the book of Enoch that you're supposed to use your voice. Let me tell you one thing. Jah doesn't like a coward. Cowardice is let me tell you, cowardice is something that really bothers me. That is one of my pet peeves is cowardice. I can't stand it. I can't explain it to you guys. It is like the worst stench is cowardice. And when it comes to children, I'm willing to lose family, friend. I don't care. When I said that the most important fight is for the most noble fight, I believe, is to give a voice to the vulnerable children. That's the most noble fight. Because again, animals will not let anyone harm their children. You have got to be out of your mind if you're ever going to, even a small animal that's not even powerful will fight to the death. They have more honor when it comes to their children and their young. They have more honor. And they have more bravery. So I'm going to tell you that I am going to create, I'm going to write, and I'm going to let these people, all these people that have been involved in this ad campaign that thought this was cute, I'm going to let them know it's not cute. And I'm going to be in prayer that Capri Sun will crash. They will crash and burn as a company over this. And if I can't find enough people that will join me and let these people know that this is not okay, just know that God can use 300. That's all. A lot of people, they want, oh, let's get somebody big, a big name to do it. No, we don't need a big name. We don't need a lot of numbers either. We just need enough people. Just enough. Because some of these people are scared of their shadow. That's all I heard in 2020 when I was up in New York City working. Oh, be safe, Jennifer. Oh, be safe. Do you know when I heard people say, be safe, it actually became so annoying to my spirit. No, I'm not going to be safe. I'm going to stay dangerous. I can't find the passage. It's probably because I'm so upset. But basically, I will find it and I will share it another time. You know, I'm reading through. Maybe I'll cool down and find it. Because I am just so, it's so unreal that this can happen this way. It's so unreal. But Jah is let me tell you, no joke. Is no joke. This is all going to be reckoned. This stuff is not going to get away, especially in this time that we are living in. These people, I'm going to tell you, they are in danger. This is not going to fly. I'm going to go through it again and see. I thought I had it marked, but it's one that I really, really like. And it really, pray for me that I find it. But I am upset. I can't lie. I am upset. I'm upset about apathy. I just am. Okay. Maybe I'll read this one. Okay, I found one that I'm going to read. This is the close of the third parable. And there was great joy amongst them, and they blessed and glorified and extolled, because the name of that Son of Man had been revealed unto them. And he sat on the throne of his glory, and the sum of judgment was given unto the Son of Man. And he caused the sinners to pass away and be destroyed from off the face of the earth. And those who have led the world astray, with chains shall they be bound, and with their assemblage place of destruction shall they be imprisoned, and all their works vanish from the face of the earth. And from henceforth there shall be nothing corruptible, for that Son of Man has appeared, and has seated himself on the throne of his glory. And all evil shall pass away before his face. And the word of that Son of Man shall go forth and be strong before Jah of spirits. Can I get an amen? Let me tell you, I am feeling the book of Enoch like none other thing. I mean, I feel that I was called to read it out loud. It is doing something for a lot of us to hear it, and especially to speak it, and then to listen to it. I know now why they did not want us to have this book. I understand. I'm beginning to understand more and more. But the Lion of Judah, let me tell you, if anybody is going in opposition of the Lion of Judah, it's not going to go well. And one thing about it, the children must be protected. Must. This says a lot about us. It really does. You know what? I found this. You know how you get little gifts? Remember this? The Mastroika. Did I say it right? The Mastroika doll. I have a lot of Russian friends, and I love them. Shout out to all my Russian, beautiful, let me tell you, my Russian friends, they are some beautiful women. One thing about them, they're really into the femininity, and they're just gorgeous. They're generous. They're beautiful, and just, I love you if you're listening. You know, some of my nurses, you know who you are. Shout out. But I love you, and you get gifts, you know, and they mean more to you And if you've ever had one of these dolls, to me now, this doll represents like that mama bear, bears in Russia. But the mama bear is something about the generations and to protect the generations, right? So, you have the nesting, they call this the nesting dolls. Has anybody ever had the nesting dolls? So they have lots of beautiful designs painted on them. And you think about this is your legacy, this is the legacy that we must protect. Legacy is very important to Jah. Very important. The women and the lineage that you come from. I appreciate mine so much more now. So I want to end on that note. I'll probably do something later because you know what I noticed? We need to have a graduation ceremony. We need to celebrate too. I'm angry, but maybe I'll be in a good mood later because I need to celebrate that the YouTube channel, even though I can't get into the main one, this is the backup one, but it's a long story. It goes onto the main channel, but I have no ability to go in. It's a mess. But it's been around for a year, this new channel. So I want to thank you all for helping the channel to grow, supporting it when you like and subscribe. And so I want to have a little celebration. We can just do a little review and we could call it a graduation, okay? I have a tongue-in-cheek thing. I call this the invisible remedial college, okay? Because it's like, don't take yourself so serious. We've all been lied to and miseducated. So I just thought it'd be fun to, have fun unlearning things and just looking at narratives, history, and just having fun at it. Learning, always being willing to just learn and have dialogue. So maybe meet me back here in a little bit if you're not doing anything later. I'm going to do the reading later. That's late night, but I'm saying somewhere a little bit later today. I will put a link in so you know what time, and I'll just do a little celebration. And I want to do my injera bread. I think somebody is reminding me. Thank you. It's October 1st. And injera, I did my fermentation of the injera bread from the tiff flour. That's right, Molly, you should have yours. Did you make yours today? Is doing good, Jen, but a lot of freaking work. Yeah, it is. Well, let's talk about it, compare notes. So mine should be ready today, and I'm going to make it and let you know how it turns out. So that could be for our little celebration, okay? Oh, I got a super chat, got some love. Thank you so much. Let me see. I missed a lot of comments. When I go on a rant like that, I miss some things. If I've missed your comments in the past, don't hold it against me, please. Just know that I love you, and you could always put it in again so I could see it. Sometimes I just don't see things, but especially when I'm ranting, please give me some forbearance. Somebody told me that I black out. Oh my gosh, I don't want to black out. I don't like having anger issues. It's not fun. I definitely don't like it. I want to be peaceful, I told you. Hey, Shawnee, good afternoon. I missed you coming into the chat, Shawnee. Oh, we've been talking about something so crazy, Shawnee. Capri Sun. Oh, the guru is here too. Hey, the guru. All right, I'm not seeing where I'm going up. I've really been on a rant. I've missed a lot of comments. Thank you for being patient with me. Whoever sent the super super chat. Thank you. I can't see it. I'm scrolling up, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's somebody with the P name. P. Let's see, P. Phyllis. Phyllis, thank you. Thank you so much, Phyllis, for the love, the super chat. Thank you. I see now how I can look at it. Fabulous. Is Girl Code in here? Girl Code. Yes, Momma Bear. That's right. Girl Code, I hope you can meet up later. I'm going to have a little graduation. I kept the channel up a year. Can you imagine? That's a big feat for someone like me to be able to keep a channel going for a year. That's something to celebrate. So I'll celebrate with you all, and we can go over, we can have some fun with it, okay? And oops, one of these pine straws almost fell into my mud water. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on my Ingetta. Wish me well. That this is my first time making it. I'm so like nervous, but I'm gonna do it, okay? And I'll let you know how it turns out. And what else do I want to say? If you would like to set up any time for complimentary reviews, get at me. You can contact me through the social medias, okay? Best way to do it, like, okay, on Instagram, I'm Jenny the John. On Facebook, I'm Jennifer Eason. And I will be doing more across the social platforms so that we can stay connected. When it comes to things like this, you know, I'm saying, yeah, I kept the channel up for a year, but it's also kind of, you know, we know how they can be. So we want to make sure we can always find each other across the platforms. Okay. So I want you to definitely keep connected with me, you know, that way for that reason. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Angela. I'm going to do a little celebration. So we'll do a review, and just a funny review of all the content over the year. Just make it fun, and you will all get your graduation certificates from the Invisible Remedial College, depending on if you watched all the videos. So let me know. I want to know people who might have watched all the videos. If you have, you are a special kind of crazy that I love, okay? If you've watched 90%, 80%, whatever, one, everybody will get a graduate. No, if you watch one, you have to catch up. No, I can't do that. But if you've watched, how should we grade it? If you get an A. If you watched enough of the video content, and I will give you a diploma. Okay, I'll create a diploma for you. Okay, why not make it really fun? Okay, we'll make it fun. Okay, so I'll be having I'll be doing some stuff. Get at me if you want a complimentary review. You know that I started financial services. This is my business that I'm in now, and I'm in training, and I am growing every day. So I will be talking a lot about subjects that have to do with financial literacy and things like that. Yesterday, if you joined me, we were talking about Prince, the artist, and my mentor, Chris Muzan, was my special guest. And we talked about how Prince lost half of his estate, his wealth, to the government. Half of his estate. Think about that. All of that work, half of it went to the government because he was not set up properly. And this is what happens to people great and small, if you want to look at it that way. I don't consider great. When you look at Prince being honest, and for me to say this is really a lot of growth, because I used to idolize Prince, and to think that he was considered a genius, and yet he did not have a financial literacy to the degree where he would have preserved his wealth, in spite of not having a child and a wife at the time that he died. He could have set up his wealth to have a legacy, to help other young musicians. So it's not about, oh, I don't have children, I don't need to set this stuff up. This is something that we have been ignorant to. Let's be honest. Me, extremely ignorant to. Even a little information is not enough. And we have to get literate with money. We have to be comfortable talking about it and not triggered emotionally. So we've made mistakes because we were ignorant. We didn't know. Prince, like someone brought up, I think it was T. Witten, brought up a good point that creative people are not good with finances. So artists especially need to have financial literacy. They need to know how to protect their intellectual property. So that really hurts to know that Prince, he fought all of these battles to get his name back, to get his publishing and masters and all of that, only to turn around and die and not have anything set up. And his estate, it just got settled in August. And you know when he died, it just got settled. And half of it went to the government. That's the painful part. Half of it. And I know that wouldn't have been his wishes, because Prince was somewhat of a truther. He was the one that told Tavis Smiley. Remember, if you are one of those people that used to watch Tavis Smiley on PBS, he had a show, and Tavis sat down with Prince, and Prince was talking about the chemtrails. Remember that? And not only that, Prince was doing a concert over in Europe right before 9/11. And he was actually saying while he was on stage that he had to get back to America before bin Laden took down the towers. Remember that? So Prince knew things, and I used to idolize him, and I followed his career. I even saw him in person once, very short, but I saw him once in Atlanta. And for me to say this is like I said, it shows that I have repented. Especially, I don't have idols anymore. I might like an artist and their art, but I don't have people idolized. And I've been able to repent about having idols. But Prince, again, for him being a genius and fighting, and he had properties all over the world. He had homes in the Caribbean and all over. He could do anything he wanted. He had cars and everything. He had women. But in that moment of, like, he was by himself. You know how Kevin Samuels would tell the women they're going to die by themselves with their dogs? And the irony is, like, he died by himself. He didn't have, well, he died somewhat. It's a weird thing. I don't even want to get into the Kevin Samuels conspiracy, but I'm just saying that this is the time where we need to humble ourselves under the might of Jah, because Prince did not know he was going to die. We don't know our appointed time to die. None of us do. We're all in the same boat. No matter if you are rich like Prince or you're struggling and poor, we're all in the same boat. We all have an appointment with death. And how you leave this earth is up to you, if you want a legacy or not. Imagine working all of this time. It's like, what was Prince's life all about then? If he did not leave a legacy, he was not wise and prudent with his wealth. Basically, his wealth got squandered. His wealth is squandered. He had siblings. He had half siblings. He had people coming out of the woodworks, love children, trying to get his money. trying to get some of his estate. I don't know how it was all divvied up, but it was divvied up to his next of kin. And it was in probate for all this time. How many years was that since he died? 2016. It just got settled in August of this year. Kanye West, he's somebody who's been complaining since 2020. I've been watching him online. One of his Instagram accounts before it got taken down, he was putting his contracts up online. Do you remember that? He was putting them on Twitter and on Instagram. I think maybe it was just Twitter at the time. But he was allowing people to screenshot it. You could print it. It was all of his contracts. And, you know, you could read through the pages. It was interesting to actually read a contract, a music contract. I had never seen anything like that. But, you know, it takes Kanye to do disclosure like that. But even Kanye, another genius, I don't know how his estate is set up. We can only hope that he has been wise, but he has been complaining about how the Gap has done him in and all of these companies and people that he falls out with. So I don't know how he runs his business and his estate. They say that he is a billionaire now. I could only hope, as he does have children, that he would, you know, do right. That all people would do right. We all need to do right. We need to know how to do right, though. Okay? So if you want to learn how to know how to do right, it doesn't matter if you are rich or poor. You want to protect yourself from this government that takes everything. You don't want your life to be, we don't want our lives to be like Prince. I'm thinking about this. I'm like, so this was all for what? What was this all for, Prince? To gain the whole world and lose your estate, to just go into the wind. Like, you can't take it with you. But he worked since he was a teenager. I think that was when he had bands in Minneapolis. He worked all of his life for fame and fortune, for it to just poof in the wind. So this lets us know that when Jah says that he is the only one worthy of praise, it is no joke, because the great and mighty will all fall down before his feet, including Prince, including me. And none of this that we have done will even matter unless you're doing it for the kingdom of God. It won't matter. So this is a humbling lesson for us, that you would think someone like Prince would have it all together, right? A lot of people that you think have it all together, they are the furthest from having it all together. And if 2020 showed us anything, it showed us that people are not who we thought. So if you're trying to please and not look a certain way because of these, none of this matters anymore. If you hadn't noticed, none of that stuff matters. The celebrities are all falling. They're fighting each other online. It's a big mess right now. It's a lot of fighting going on with people over little crumbs of wealth. It's all gonna go away. They're holding on to it. But what's happening is, this is the jubilee for Jah's people. And the meek are inheriting the earth. So the meek are the ones that have a fear of Jah, and he knows who we are. Just watch. I'll say, just watch. Okay? It's happening. So anybody who is going against Jah, who is supporting abortions, not going to work out well. It's time to repent. It's just time to repent. Anyone that's harming children in any way, it's time to repent. We are not playing with you, and Jah definitely is not playing with you. So get it together. That's all I have to say on the matter. And with that, I will go and make my injera bread. You can set up a time, like I said, for a complimentary review if you want a checkup of the things that you want to make sure, because nothing is safe anymore. Your job is not safe. Your pension, or your retirement, your 401k, all of this stuff. So if you want to get a checkup and see how you're doing on that end, set up a time for a review. That's all I want you to know. I'm here, and we are going to fight together. We are going to change and transform and grow, and we are going to move into our jubilee. The meek are inheriting the earth. Our next high holy day is Yom Kippur, and I want to definitely acknowledge, and I want to have an observance for it. If you want to join me as you did for the Feast of Trumpets, now we have Yom Kippur, okay? The high holy days and Feast of Jah. And again, I love you, and I'll be back to have a little celebration that the YouTube channel has been here 1 year. 1 year, everybody. Look at that. Look at that, everybody. Thank you again. And I will see you soon. Okay? If I missed you, forgive me. I was in a zone.